Good day, everyone. My name is Estrada, and my partner, Demerin, are, are going to present our research paper, which is our review paper on use of emergent techniques for shelf life extension of fresh and processed bananas, with our advisor, Flordelisa C. De Vera.
Bananas, are also known as Musa sp in the Philippines, are one of the many fruit-bearing trees available all year round and are cheaper than other tropical fruits. The bananas is physically known for its yellow-colored and elongated shape. According to the Philippine Bureau of Agricultural Statistics, reported that 2 million metric tons of bananas were produced. Modern food technologies are an effective means of preventing global foodborne epidemics, which have caused significant disruptions to the health and economic system of the society, as well as extending the shelf life of the bananas in the Philippines. Refining and preservation practices for the available banana varieties are not well documented. A considerable amount of this fruit is lost due to improper processing and preservation techniques. There is an inadequate post-harvest processing, excessive ripening, inadequate storage, inadequate transportation, or excessive output during specific periods of the year. This study will document the different processing methods that are done or utilized for fresh and processed bananas. This also aims to provide a review of the emerging techniques that can be applied to the banana industries in the Philippines and those yet to be used in the country to establish directions for future studies. Bananas can be easily ripe, and it requires additional food preservation methods. This review can help study the emerging preservation methods that can be used in the bananas in the Philippines to find alternative ways to preserve it and eliminate foodborne illnesses. Different banana processing methods. High pressure processing, or also known as HPP. High pressure processing has emerged as one of the most promising non-thermal methods in the last several decades. It has the potential to replace or supplement traditional thermal processing by striking a balance between quality, efficiency, and safety. A high-pressure processing is a non-thermal process that alters the color and texture and inactivates the enzymes. HPP inactivates foodborne pathogens like Salmonella, E. coli, Listeria, Vibrio, norovirus, and more, and spoilage microorganisms such as lactic acid bacteria, coliforms, and more. Meeting the requirements of the strictest food authorities, HPP could be an alternative means for shelf life preservation of locally produced fresh and processed bananas. It could eliminate or inactivate foodborne viruses and illnesses that are found or can be obtained in bananas. This technology could help local farmers prolong and preserve their harvest and export. The downside of this equipment in application to the Philippine setting is that the equipment is expensive and could be troublesome to developing countries like the Philippines. It could it could still be a viable option if a cooperative setting can adopt such technology to benefit a group of farmers. Here in this slide shows the schematic diagram and how viruses are inactivated with the use of high pressure processing.
An alternative method for preserving food with little flavor and nutritional loss is high-pressure homogenization, or HPH, with the exception of the substantially greater pressure level, which is up to 400 megapascal. HPH is equivalent to traditional homogenization used in the dairy sector. Fruit juices may be processed using the continuous flow with food products with HPH, and it has a greater capacity to kill pathogenic and spoilage bacteria. HPH has an effect on the foodborne viruses and bacteria and food quality. It is shown in the other researchers that it has the inactivation of microorganisms, it, a potential to accomplish microbial decontamination of fruit juices, increases pressure effects that apparent the viscosity of the banana juice and cause some color shifts. Overall, in the Philippines, it can accomplish this. It is used to as an alternative means for shelf life extension of bananas in the Philippines, kill viruses and bacteria found in the bananas that could help local farmers. HPH equipment is expensive and has a small capacity. The pulse electric field therapy can be done by rapidly applying a high voltage electric field through liquid mills. It results in the irreversible electroportation of vegetative spores and cells. The PEF samples demonstrate that the sample using traditional sterilization with a color change has worse physicochemical attributes to the sample using cell destruction. Irradiation HPP may perform better if PEF is paired with ultrasonication. Additionally, it may be used as a pre-treatment technique for other thermal treatments. It is shown that the PEF has an effect on the food quality. It helps maintain quality, characteristic a variety of foods. It's also shown a microbiological safe and uses less energy. The banana's chilling injury or CI can be efficiently reduced. It also reduces browning phenomenon in the bananas when stored at low temperature, which is 15 to 50%. Effectively preserve the levels of the carotenoids, chlorophyll, and ascorbic acid while preventing the loss of weight and firmness of the bananas. It does not adversely influence the nutritional content of fruit or associated post-ripening indicators. Lastly, it expands beyond the sterilization and serially extraction and drying. In the future, include post-harvest processing of the fruits and vegetables. It can apply in the Philippines that it can also as an alternative means for shelf life extension of the banana juices that could help Filipinos preserve the product than thermally processed banana juice. It plays a vital role in the Philippines' export and local sales of banana juices. And lastly, it's used as preserving its physiochemical properties, which consumers will surely benefit.
Irradiation, or also known as food irradiation, with gamma rays, electron beams, or X-ray, inactivates microorganisms in the food. However, people are reluctant to accept irradiated foods because most often people think of it as a food with nuclear radiation. Although the technology for irradiating food products have been approved in around 60 countries, its commercial application is restricted to quite few Asian and North American countries. The public needs more details on irradiated foods. Irradiated foods must have both radar emblem shown in the next slide. And then it is safe and does not destroy its nutritional and physical traits, which can be a vital alternative for preservation of food in the Philippines. There are small laboratory scale facilities where food can be irradiated, but it's not yet for commercial use and it is only not yet widely accepted here in the country. Irradiation can have a big impact on both export of bananas for both economy and the local farmers because it slows down ripening of the bananas. This can translate to an increase in sales.
Conclusions. The Philippines is one of the world's leading exports of bananas. And bananas are known as a staple fruit that ripens in a few days after harvesting. Thus, many bananas are wasted. Due to the rise in the foodborne illness and diseases, the development of new food processing techniques for inactivating bacteria and viruses and extending food's shelf life is vital for both local producers and the economy. Several emerging non-thermal food processing technologies, including HPP, HPH, EF, and radiation, has been investigated for their ability to inactivate viruses. More research is required to determine whether new non-thermal food processing techniques have the same effect on viruses as they do on other foodborne pathogens, microorganisms, and quality characteristics in fresh and processed bananas of various varieties. Emerging food processing techniques can play a crucial role in the agricultural sector of the nation. Although the high cost of equipment of some of the emerging technologies may be a disadvantage, the long-term benefits may still be justified. By providing an alternative way for assuring food product safety and enabling improved food product preservation. Emerging technologies can provide a step shift compared to the thermal processing procedures. With the help of the emerging techniques, the production of the banana industry in the Philippines will be faster and more efficient as it helps to solve the problem of the country of wasting bananas which cause problems in the business. The future prospect of emerging food process is that it is a viable option for Filipinos to adopt such new emerging technologies for food processing. It could be done by farmers partnering with the government to provide them the emerging technologies needed for preservation methods. This technology could help farmers retain their bananas both physical and chemical properties without destroying it in comparison to normal treatment.